on. So this way you get the video, other people get to watch how awesome you are and how far you're going to go as a real estate rock star.
Fantastic.
All right. So I want to make sure I spell your name right. Safiya or Y-I?
I-Y-A.
Ah, got it right the first time. Look at me. That's not very common. I can fuck up names like John. I really can. All right. So we have about half an hour.
Okay.
And pretty much whatever you feel like would be time well spent, we're going to talk about. Whatever you feel you have questions or concerns, or we can take a big look at your business, or we can drill down to one specific area, whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever would be good. How many years in the business?
10.
10 years. Wow, good for you.
Yeah, only 8 part-time and 2 full-time.
2 full-time. Okay. 2019, good year?
Okay year.
Okay year.
I was on a team, so I did sell about 20 properties, but the money was not what I was expecting.
You have to split it 17 ways. Everybody gets their hand in your pocket.
Exactly. So I recently left the team, and now I'm by myself, and that's why I want to crush it.
Okay, good. So 2020 is going to be year of Safiya.
That's me.
I like that. Excellent. What do you feel is the biggest obstacle?
The biggest obstacle, I think, is me, honestly. I think I'm trying my best to be immersed and to be fearless in regards to the whole process. I have started doing the call, so I'm over the fear of calling, but it's now the systems and getting that set so that I can really kill it. Gotcha.
So setting up the system, knowing what to do step by step?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah, I made the call. I might know how to do the door knocking, but then what, you know?
Yeah. What is hard about the calls?
Oh, God, in the beginning, it was just, number one, overwhelming, trying to figure out Mojo. Got that under control. I'm actually teaching a class today on Mojo, so I'm good with that.
Good for you. Check you out.
Yeah, I like teaching. But then I didn't know if Mojo was giving me good leads, so now I'm using Land Voice. I don't know if Land Voice is good enough. You know, it's like just figuring out the right, like I said, the systems, right? Do I go back to Vulcan 7? What do I do?
All right. Well, we'll talk about it if you want.
Yeah.
Which systems to use. All right. Do you want to talk specifically about expired?
Only because I want to be the queen of expired.
You want to be the rock star queen of expired?
That's it.
I love it. All right, good. So it's a 3-step process to really dominate expireds. And I went through this process from homeless to 10 months in Mercedes, my own condo, the whole thing. You can do it faster. I'm a slow learner. I'm
slow too, but go ahead.
Not as me, trust me. Anyway, but you can do it quickly. The cool thing about expireds, unlike a lot of other systems, is there's short incubation time. Leads are fairly easy to identify. The conversion time is usually shorter, not always, but in many cases. So they can be really good source of listings with the right system.
Right.
So we'll talk about that. So the steps you take, you start with the mindset. Never skip the mindset. I was the stubborn one thinking, oh, it's the new age, visualize, blah, 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 California bullshit.
Yeah, I did all of that.
I didn't, and it was a mistake. So if you're doing it, you're doing it right. I did it wrong, and I stubbornly thought it's all about hard work. Hard work matters. It's important. It's part of the process. But if you're going in with the belief, well, I don't know if this is going to work, and I don't know if I'm cut out for it, and I don't, you know, if you have these thoughts of doubt, it's going to be a lot harder.
Okay.
So start with clear mindset. I got this. I've been at this for 10 years. I may not have all the answers, but I know how to figure things out. There's plenty of business out there for me. I deserve it. I can have it. That's 1. 2, you decide why you want to do it in the first place. What's the juice?
For me, it's just to be able, number one, to live a lifestyle that I want to live, take care of my family. I have a son in private school. I'm a single mother. I have a house. I want to be able to handle all of that with not, you know, I don't want to be able to tell my son no. You know, Mom, can we go to the movies? I don't have the money. No. You know, like I want to be able just to live a life of freedom and luxury. Not luxury, but freedom.
Yeah, luxury. Fuck yeah. Yeah, you want to get a Gucci, a Rolex, a Benz, all that? Yes. Yes,
I do want it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I got a call yesterday from a Benz dealer. Said 2020s are here. Come check out the new 450.
It would be nice.
I'm like, I actually might go take a look at it because mine is getting up there, age, you know, few miles on. So yeah, live it up, baby.
All that good stuff.
Nothing wrong with asking for nice things. You work your ass off, you serve your clients, you earn your money, it's your money. Nobody has the right to judge you and tell you, well, that's right and that's wrong. But you notice something interesting, Safiya? Usually people who do the judging are the ones who don't have a whole lot of money.
This is very true.
Those who do, who live a good life will tell you, good for you, get more. Make sense?
Yep.
So spend it the way you want to, but be very clear. What is it that you want?
Okay.
Not just for your family. Family important, very important. I have 2 kids, wife, you know, and a lot of the stuff that I do inspires me to do for them. Don't skip yourself.
Right, which I normally do. Right.
We are driven. That's our nature is to serve, to earn, to succeed, to achieve, and we kind of forget. Don't skip that.
Right.
Treat yourself. Go for a massage. Buy nice stuff for yourself. Really be good to yourself first. It's just like on an airplane. When there's an emergency on an airplane, what do they tell you? Before you take care of your kids, what do you have to do?
Put it on yourself first.
Exactly. You got to take care of yourself first.
Got it.
Because when you take care of yourself, you feel better. You have more to give, to share in business and in life.
Right.
All right. So spend a little time just really soul searching. What matters to me? What resonates with me? What excites me? Okay.
Got it.
Then it's just a matter of figuring out the numbers and plotting out the plan. That's where the overwhelm will go away.
Right.
Because if you tell me, well, how many deals would you like to close next year? What would be like a home run for you in 2020?
Oh my God. If I could get 24 listings would be my goal.
Fair enough. 24. So 2 a month.
Yep.
All right. That ain't that hard.
Not at all. I mean, should I heighten it to 30?
No. Go with what you feel is achievable but ambitious.
Right.
Don't cut yourself short, because here's what's going to happen anyway. As you're going to get better, as the systems will get better, as you get the hang of it, the goals will change. This is never set in stone. 3 months from now, you may say, well, no, 24, let's go for 30, let's go for 50, whatever.
Right.
Or you say 24 is fine. This is nice and comfortable. I like this.
Yes.
Again, there is no wrong way to do this. Just be honest with yourself, number one, be ambitious, and don't sell yourself short.
Got it.
24. So 24 for now. That's good. 24 listings. So 2 a month.
Yep.
So it's going to take you how many listing appointments? What would you guess would it take to get 24 listings? If you go on 10 listing appointments, how many contracts do you expect to get?
I would say if I go on maybe 4 to 6 appointments, I can get the 2 a month.
So 4 to 6
appointments. Yep.
So your closing ratio would be, would you say about 50%?
I think I close pretty good once I get to the client. Yeah.
All right. So let's be conservative and let's say you're going to need 50 appointments, listing appointments.
50.
All right. Again, that's doable. 50 listing appointments. Now, the key question is how many leads do you need to generate to get to 50 appointments? Because the connection is very simple. The systems I teach you guys, super simple. It's leads to appointments to listings. You know these 3 numbers, then we can make a roadmap and we can get you there.
And I think this is my problem, not knowing the numbers. So let's go. Okay.
Let's do that. So we know listings, 24. We know appointments, 50. Now, you don't know this. And that's usually because agents do this all the time. I was just as guilty. Almost everybody at the beginning doesn't know because you're not consistent. See, if you lead generate every day and if you start tracking it every day, then after 30 days, you have a very clear picture. This is what it's going to take.
Okay.
So my first recommendation would be start tracking it.
I am tracking it.
Fantastic. So you track what kind of lead generation are you doing? Active, passive, expireds. What are you doing?
I'm doing expires.
Excellent. And then you need to track out of how many, here is what we need to clarify. You're going to get a lead, then you're going to get a prospect, then you're going to get an appointment, and then you're going to get a listing. So what's the difference? Lead is someone who just pops up on MLS and expired or Mojo or whatever you're using. And you start your campaign, the Expired Plus campaign. So you just go down the list. Can you call them? Call them. Can you text them? Text them. Can you email them? Email them. Can you mail them something? Mail them something. Can you visit them? Visit. Whatever you can do on that checklist, just go down the list.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you make a connection with that expired and have a conversation with them, and this is important, the outcome of the conversation is not unimportant because very often they will tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
What they often means is not right now.
Right.
Because we both know that statistically, even those who say no end up listing.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So what matters is not necessarily the outcome of the conversation, but your intent.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, if this lead, you say, well, you know, they said no, but I will keep in touch, that becomes a prospect.
Right.
Now, better yet, if you have a conversation with them and they'll tell you, Safiya, we have some vacations coming up. We want to do a couple of repairs. Why don't you call us back in a month?
Mm-hmm.
Or why don't we get together next week?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. So if you have a lead with whom you're going to follow up, you had some conversation, some contact has been made, and you have a pretty good idea about their motivation, what they're trying to do, they become a prospect.
Got it.
The difference is, with leads, your call to action will be, let's talk.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can help you, which is true. You don't know if you can help them or list the house and get it sold until you qualify them, you talk to them, you build some relationship. True?
True. Mm-hmm.
With prospects, if you have a good idea and or have a nice relationship with them, then it's just a matter of fitting the time slot to whatever their urgency is, their motivation is, their core drive and emotion. All that.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Got it. Mm-hmm.
All right. So start tracking these.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you're going to end up with is just another number. So let's just say, and I'm going to pull this out of my butt, my famous scientific approach of rectal extraction.
Okay.
So let's just say you're going to need 10 leads to get an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that. Usually, I mean, I've been doing this for over 20 years. That's usually where you're going to end up.
Okay.
10 high probability leads equal one appointment.
Got it.
That's not a bad baseline. Now, again, your numbers will change, so track it, but let's start with that. So that means you have 1 year to generate 500 leads.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's divide that by month and week. So 500 divided by 12, you need to do 41.6 a month. So 42 leads a month.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you work, what, 24 days per month on average?
Yeah, you can say that.
Something like that. So I'll divide that by 24. So you need to generate 1.7 leads a day. So between 1 and 2 leads a day.
That's not bad.
Now, these don't need to be just expireds.
Mm-hmm.
Any lead will do.
Mm-hmm.
I just like expireds because the conversion probability is better.
Right.
And the incubation follow-up window is usually shorter.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to like Facebook leads or door knocking leads, they can go, months,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes longer. Okay, does it make sense so far?
Yep, a lot of
So
sense.
now you have your number one priority is right here, 1 to 2 leads a day. Because if you do 1 to 2 leads a day, you're gonna get your 24, your freedom, your fun, your family.
Got it.
That's the connection.
Got it.
That is the most important part of your business, is to set up systems that get you between 1 and 2 leads a day. Now, I know that's easier said than done, but that's the core of your business.
Mm-hmm.
Agents who fail because they don't have a system
Very
that
true.
predictably, repeatedly generates leads.
Mm-hmm.
They rely on buying leads and broker leads and flaky leads, online leads, and that's very unpredictable. It's a very shaky business model, where if you build high probability leads, active marketing leads like expireds and for sale by owners and open houses and referrals, you can build a very solid, but not just solid, but predictable
Right.
business that's scalable.
Yep.
Make sense?
A lot of sense.
All right. This is your target.
I'm thankful for that.
That's your target. 1 to 2 leads a day.
Got it.
So a lead a day keeps the IRS away.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
All right. So that's the blueprint. That's like, you set up the GPS.
Right.
This is where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
And the second part is, how do we get there? And that's where the systems come in. My recommendation is build 3 or 4 good lead generation systems. So often, you've seen it probably, agents become jack of all trades, but they never master any of that.
Yep.
In order for you to really crush it, because how much money is 24 deals going to get you about?
I mean, if they're all listings, I'm hoping that would be in the 250 range.
That's a nice lifestyle.
I'm in New York, so yeah.
All right. That's a nice lifestyle. 250 grand, $250,000. That's not bad.
Not bad.
That's not bad. You can live pretty comfortably on that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to do that, master these systems. Master expired.
Mm-hmm.
Not that hard. So what does mastering expired, how do you set up the system? You read the book, right?
I did.
So you're familiar with the process.
Yep.
The idea is strong first impression. That's number one. You want to get in a conversation with those folks sooner or later. That is important. So the system, like the emails and the texts and the mail, the package, the resume,
Mm-hmm.
all support that to lead to a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's your number one objective,
Right.
either on the phone or in person, or at least text exchange, some kind of communication, some kind of dialogue.
Got it.
Once you get them on the phone or meet them in person, that's ideally, if you can, go visit them in person.
Mm-hmm.
Because the face-to-face is still, it's very old-fashioned, but it's still the most powerful way to build connection, trust, and rapport.
Got it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Now, sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're going to reach them, sometimes you won't. Sometimes they don't live there. Sometimes they just won't open the door, whatever. Do your best.
It's crazy. I tried it last week.
Yeah.
I tried it, right? I did my calls. I got a lead. Oh my God. And I went and I knocked on the door the next day. All I had was a card, unfortunately, Borino.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to that step yet with the package.
Yeah.
But I gave her my card and she gave me a tour, and literally she is a potential lead for me.
There you go.
I mean, I was astounded. I was so happy. And I said, if I really had it all together, God help me. So I'm excited.
I will tell you a secret. Having the package will help. Having the materials will help. But at the end, it's all about you. Because if you make a good, strong first impression, now strong, I don't mean arrogant or aggressive. I just mean confident, connected. Like you connected with the seller. There probably was a pleasant conversation. She didn't feel threatened or manipulated. Right?
Yep.
It was like one human being talking to another human being.
It was great.
Yeah. It really is way more about you and your abilities than it is about the materials.
Got it.
It's good if you have them, because sometimes you won't be able to have a visit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But even when you do have them, there will come a time where they will get you on the phone or in person, and you got to deliver.
So tell me.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Tell me about the system. Okay, so I do it because I have how many minutes? I do. I do the mojo calling. I do the door knocking. Is that the next step?
Yes, the process is call them first if you can.
Mm-hmm.
And the purpose of the call is just really to find out if they've relisted.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If they haven't, it doesn't really matter a whole lot what they say next, because it's usually we're going to go back to our old agent. We don't know what we're going to do. We're not going to sell. You're going to get all these stories. To them, you're just a stranger on the phone. They're trying to get rid of you. Natural, logical, human behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be surprised if you don't get a listing appointment right away on the phone. You're a stranger to them.
Right.
You know, they'll be like, dude, asking you to marry him on the first date. You're like, too fast, too soon, buddy. Make sense?
Yep.
So if they say, no, we have not relisted, awesome. Get into the dialogue with them if you can. Mm-hmm. Set up that short visit. Tell them, hey, let me just swing by. I'll drop off some information just to say hello, shake your hand. Who knows? Maybe down the road, you guys decide to put it back on the market, give it another try. I'll be happy to talk to you. That's it. You don't need to go any further than that.
Got it.
All right. So if you get them on the phone, set up the appointment. If not, go to the next step. Text them. Mm-hmm. You have the text in the book. Sorry, your house didn't sell.
Yep.
If the right buyer shows up, pays you the right price, whatever the text is, I don't remember exactly, but you get the idea. You fire off the text. If you have their email, like I know Espresso and Vulcan sometimes can get you their email, send them a short email. Hit them on all these channels, the more the better.
Got it.
And then you go visit. Now, if you visit 2 or 3 a day, that's good enough. Because I don't know about New York, but in LA, everything is fucking an hour away. So you can spend a lot of time driving around, but it is still a good way to lead generate.
Got it.
If they are there, have a conversation. Short, simple conversation, qualify them, ask them some questions, and then decide, do I want to keep this? Do I want to follow up with them? Do I set up a listing appointment, or am I going to drop them?
Got it.
Okay? And then just follow up, because majority of your listings, these appointments will come from a follow-up. What do you use as a CRM right now?
Really bad, because I'm with Keller Williams, so I'm trying to go with Command, which is our new system. But other than that, I pay for Top Producer, but I don't use it efficiently. All
right. I would recommend either go with Command, get LionDesk, get Top Producer, get Realtor Juggler, just get something. Because that's where the business is.
Right.
See, if you don't feed these leads into your CRM, you will not get appointments. And the way to get appointments is through repetition, follow-up, persistent, patient, power.
Persistent, patient, power.
Power meaning even if they say no, you stay with it. You're persistent. You're passionate.
Got it.
All right? Because you will hear no's. You will hear that. It's part of their mental fear and block of all sales, especially with expireds because they get burned by their previous agent.
Right.
So we're not exactly very popular at the moment with them. You stay with it. You give them a little time. Now, I don't want you to just collect leads. That's not the idea.
No,
you want to take them through the process, nurture them. And if you're clear, these people are not going anywhere, they're not motivated at all, fine, clean up the database. And some will relist with somebody else. You got to get those out of the system too. But you will see how through follow-up, you start warming up. They start recognizing you, who you are, your name, your voice, your face. You will start converting them.
Got it.
And just stay with them. Be patient. Some will take, I had some expireds, I listed the same day. Doesn't happen often. It's sweet when it happens. But it doesn't happen a whole lot. Most of them took some time to follow up. And sometime means few days, few weeks, even few months. But because you keep feeding the pipeline, you know that sooner or later, some of them will convert. It's just, it becomes really just a numbers game.
So let me ask you this question. Are you following up on a weekly basis? Because I did lose one because I did not follow up on a weekly basis. And then I saw them on the MLS the next day with a whole nother.
And it just breaks your heart, doesn't it? Pisses you off. Yeah, I know. I hated that. Maybe my competitive nature more than anything. It wasn't just the money, but I felt like they were better off with me.
Right.
So good question. If you know that they're motivated, especially if you know that they're motivated, follow up every 3 to 4 days.
3 to 4 days.
And the way you set up the frequency is you follow up frequently and then you ease up. So you start heavy and then you ease up. Because I'd rather follow up too much than not enough and lose the listing.
Right.
Because there goes what? $8,000, $10,000?
Yep.
And a chance to help somebody.
Yes, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
So follow up. Now, the rule is this. Follow up at least every 10 to 14 days because after about 2 weeks, they forget who you are. If the lead is motivated or if it's a good listing where you know, oh shit, I can really sell this one, or a good area, high desirable area, good price range, whatever you feel like, I want that one, 3-4 days. At least the first 5. Because after about the 5th one, they start noticing you, they start paying attention, they start remembering.
Got it.
Now remember this, the magic is in the conversations. So the mail helps, email helps, text, video, all of that. Definitely send videos. All of these tools are very important, but it is the conversation where the actual magic happens.
Got it.
So don't passively just mail stuff hoping that they're going to call you, because there will be another agent, not as good as you, but more active, who will take an active role instead of passively sitting, who will snag that listing from you.
Got it.
So you got to stay on top of it. Now, the good news is, if you have an assistant, do you have an assistant?
No.
All right, hire one immediately.
Really?
Absolutely, immediately. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. To unload all this mundane, repetitive, time-wasting activities that still need to be done, just not by you.
Right.
You know, sending postcards, sending texts, sending emails, researching expireds, mailing stuff, that all can be done, but copying, paperwork, all that can be delegated. Because that's not a good investment of your time.
Okay.
Remember what I always say, if you don't have an assistant, you are one. And if you are one, you're going to get paid as one.
Right. Got it.
You're not going to make $200 an hour. Right? So start with 2 hours a day. Simple. Admin work. It doesn't need to be a licensed person with 2 college degrees. No. Stay-at-home mom who's looking for 2 hours to do something to get out of the house and make some money on the side so she can go shopping on the weekend.
Got it.
That's perfect. Or somebody similar. You know, you don't want somebody who's like ambitious entrepreneur type.
Okay.
Yeah? Somebody who can follow directions, who's pleasant, who's trustworthy, nice. That's what we need. Make sense?
Yeah, a lot of
And you just delegate all that stuff that's not generating dollars. Give it up. Yeah. Helpful?
That was fantastic. Last question. Don't hang up.
Please. No. You got plenty of time.
Are you doing expired boot camp?
The expired bootcamp will happen. That's a very good question. We are scheduling one. It's not locked in on calendar because I have some travel time that has not been locked in yet.
Okay.
But it will be this year. I promise you that.
Oh, so the one, because I saw a video, so there's not one coming up.
This is a FSBO. We're starting one on Monday. That's a FSBO bootcamp. You have FSBOs in your area?
I do.
Girlfriend, you're leaving money on the table.
I'm nervous about FSBOs. Maybe I should.
Ask yourself this. What makes you nervous?
To me, they're harder than expireds for some reason. The follow-up time, which is the part that I lack in, right? So I know
you're going to like this. You're going to like this. I interviewed a CEO of a company called FSBOR. They tracked 93,000 for sale by owners. You ready? 7 out of 10 list in 30 days. So if you have 10 FSBOs in your area, 7 will be somebody's listings. Now, the reason you feel nervous, which is normal, absolutely normal, is either you don't know what to do or you don't have a system.
Exactly.
Because once I break it down for you, and I'll tell you here, just like with the expired, here's step 1, step 2. Here's the language you're going to use. Not memorizing scripts, but this is what you say. Here's how you say it. Here's the emails you're going to send. If I give it to you step by step, you know exactly what to do. Then it's just a matter of mastering it, and not even mastering, just getting good enough so you can get somebody on the phone. And with you, 10 years in the business, talking to people is not probably a big challenge for you.
No.
FSBOs, I'm going on record. This is being recorded. It's going to be posted so people watch this.
Oh, okay.
FSBOs and expireds are the easiest listings. Nobody ever can convince me otherwise. And you guys who believe that referrals are the best, I say no. Here is why. You can sit on your butt for 2 months and not get a single referral because it's unpredictable. You don't control it. Something like expireds or FSBOs, you can directly control how many people you talk to, how many you convert into listings, how much money you're going to make. I can build a complete business plan around it. You can't do that with referrals. Now, referrals are beautiful. I think they're awesome. You should definitely work your sphere and all that. But there is one hitch. You can't predict when and who is going to come. It's passive. And what if somebody doesn't come in 2 months? You're just going to sit on your butt and there goes the income.
All right.
Does it make sense?
A lot of sense.
Come do the bootcamp with me. We closed the registration already.
Oh, you did?
But we'll squeeze you in.
All right, fantastic. I'm going to call today.
We'll get you in. We're starting Monday. 4 weekly sessions. You're going to get the system. I'm going to break it down for you, teach you exactly how to do it. You're going to ask questions. My goal is 2 listings in 4 weeks.
That's all I want.
Wouldn't that be bad? That'd be good.
No, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, and I'll show you how it's nothing but a process. It's a set of steps. And if this doofus from Czechoslovakia figured it out, trust him. It's not that. And once you get it and you list the first one, you're like, the fuck was I thinking about? This is not that hard. You watch.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Good. We'll get you in.
All right. Thank you. No, that's it. I'm excited.
No?
Do you think I should do the whole? You see, I spend a lot of money. I'm going to let you know right now. In regards to education, and I really do like your program. So do you think, first I did the expireds, I did purchase that. But do you think instead of me doing bit by bit, should I just do the whole path?
Well, you will do it bit by bit. That's the beautiful thing about the path. Because I get people who say, well, just send me the whole package. I'm like, all right, you sure you want that? And then they get in like, fuck me, they're so overwhelming. There's too much in it. So that's why we designed the path we did. Every month we work on a different system. So you have 30 days. But here's the thing, and that's why I want you to do the boot camp with me next week. You will learn, and then at the end of the session, you will get homework. So you will learn for an hour and a half, and then you will implement in 6 days. Learn 1 day, implement in 6 days. So this way, we break it down so it's not just you learning, but actually doing stuff. Because if you're like me, I still have a course here that I paid $2,500, $2,500. It's still shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
It's on my shelf right there. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I want you to learn and implement. Learn and implement.
Got it.
So do the boot camp first, and then we'll talk about the path.
Got it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Good session. I enjoyed this.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, was that helpful?
Yes, Rockstar.
All right, Safiya. I'm going to hear good things. I'm expecting good things.
You will. You will.
I'm expecting freedom and fun and tons of listings and tons of business. Yeah?
Yep, yep, yep.
All right. I will have somebody from my office reach out to you and set you up with the boot camp. And we're starting Monday. Put it on your calendar. Monday, I can even tell you what time. The first session will be 1 p.m. Eastern.
Got it.
Okay?
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
I'll send you the video. Great talking with you. Keep me posted, Safiya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.